Hello people that now how's it doing today? Today I'm talking about how money's the good of all evil. What I mean by that is money is basically corruption. It means corruption. It means profiting yourself, making yourself profit more than anything else. And obviously in corruption, the one thing everybody's nearly looking for. One thing they're looking for is power. In any part, even in Africa, even in Ireland. One thing people are always looking for is power and money. They're the two things. Um So obviously, money makes the world go round. Obviously, everybody knows that economies it wouldn't work without money, and people's lives wouldn't be able to function without money either. And you have these people. Like the one reason why there's so many starving people in Africa, which is is shameful that there is governments in Africa and in the world, who are run by dictators and who run by governments, military dictatorships. Um, they don't care. They don't really care. They rather take the money for themselves than give it to the people. And it's really, really sad. And that's why I'm saying to people, never let yourself, if you're in any power, because my father brought me up the way, I suppose that way, you have, as long as you have food and you have a bit of water, you have your health, and you have a roof over your head, what more do you want? That's more or less, that's more, so I wouldn't really be that bothered if I got an extra bit of money. That's the type of me. Because as long as I have my basic needs, it doesn't matter if I have $3 billion. It wouldn't satisfy. It wouldn't mean anything to me. To be honest, with you. That's why loads of people want me to be a politician, because I couldn't care for money. I would rather see it go to good causes and good for funding the state and different things like that. I'd rather see it go to that than my back pocket, and that's what makes me very different. I couldn't care less about money. Um, because why would you care? Because that's what leads to greed. That's what leads to corruption. People are taking too much of money and wanting to take it off of themselves. Which is really, really sad. Like you see countries, and even in Ireland, there's politicians. I probably can name three or four that probably squander taxpayers' money, takes tiny bits out of money, takes bits and pieces out of the different departments of government. You never know. That's what I'm saying. We don't have proof, but I say there's one or two that takes a tiny bit of gosh for themselves. Like it's in every country. There's corruption in every country, and well, not in every country. Some countries, including like Finland, Norway, Sweden, they're. I believe there wouldn't be corruption there. That's one thing for sure. Finland has no corruption at all. Like good God, there's no corruption in Finland at all, and over in this country we're corrupt to the teeth. But I just want to say to people, never care about money. If you have your basic needs, I know people say money makes life easier, and that's true. That's really, really true. But at the end of the day, as I say so many times, as long as you have your health and you have a bit of food and a bit of water, you have a roof over your head, what more do you want? What more do you want? You can afford it. If you can afford to have a roof over your head, you have a bit of food, have some water, and you have your health and you have your well-being. That means more than having 10, $15 billion. Because at the end of the day, when we're all going to end up in the ground. We're not, one of us might, rich people who grew up to the teeth might have a huge funeral, might be buried in the grave on their own in the middle of the palace of Versailles. But at the end of the day, they're going into the same place as everybody else is going to. And that's the way I look at it as corruption. Like you benefit for a while, but at the end of the day, when you die, you could get a great funeral, but at the end of the day, your reputation would be ruined if you were caught in corruption or anything like this, or benefiting off the working people. And it's not worth, and that's really what I want to say to people. Like your health and everything else, like comes first, and that's the way simple as that. And the people, corrupt politicians, listen to me. I know there's probably one or two that has an eye on me sometimes. Just cop on. That's really the only cop on. Just cop on. You're supposed to be representing the people of a respective country, or in any business at all. Anybody who's corrupt, taking a tiny bit for themselves. You know what? Just never do it. Because that's just selfish, and that's something that should not be in any human being. Just being selfish, and just does not care for people, and that's where there's lack of respect too. Anyway, thank you for watching, subscribe for more, and bye.